Hey everybody, I'm Evan. I'm with Solved. We help companies automate their business using Salesforce's AgentForce platform. We're diving today into the Atlas reasoning engine. So this is an exciting new feature. Hasn't even been released yet. This is part of AgentForce 2.0, which will come out next month, February 2025. So very exciting new feature that's going to make agents perform better just across the board. So the Atlas reasoning engine is sort of a new operating system for these AgentForce agents that's going to allow them to make the most out of AI. So anybody that's used AI knows it's cool, but it makes mistakes. Sometimes it hallucinates. It can get off track, and the Atlas reasoning engine is just a way for AgentForce agents to process requests and do the things that they need to do in a way that's going to make them smarter, be able to sort of think longer about what they're doing, and verify and make sure, are we on the right track? Does the user have what they need from us yet? If not, we're going to keep going until that's true. And so anyways, as they've sort of rolled it out in beta test groups, they've seen massive increases in just accuracy and completeness of answers to questions and tasks that it's doing. So let's kind of dive in, break down how it works at a really, really high level. And go ahead and jump into a quick screen share here. A lot of people have used AI through some sort of a chatbot interface where you just prompt the AI, you send a prompt, and then you get a response back. So the AI is really smart, but if you think of AI as a coworker, this interface is sort of like, it's just somebody that's really smart that's just waiting to be asked a question. And in order to answer your question, you got to give it a ton of context. So let's take the example of a sales rep that might want to know what a certain customer might want to buy on an upcoming renewal. Their contract's renewing, and they want to know what other products could I position for this customer. If you wanted to use a chatbot to do this, you'd have to give it a ton of information. You have to say, here's a bunch of information about the customer. This is what they've bought from us in the past. This has been their experience based on their support cases and other communication. This is our entire product catalog and some information about each product and its pricing, so you kind of know what we can even offer this customer, right? So you'd have to write so much that by the end of that, you'd be thinking, was this even worth it to write all of this up to get this answer? So that's sort of AI 1.0. That's part of the reason why AgentForce in its current state is so useful is you have an agent, maybe you ask this question, you say, hey, agent, I want to know what I might be able to position for this customer. It's going to make a plan and say, okay, well, we got to get some data about the customer and some just relevant data. It's going to go look in Data Cloud or wherever you're keeping or your Salesforce org, get the data that it can. With Data Cloud, it's going to be more. It's going to have more data that it has access to, and then it's going to take whatever actions that it needs to. This isn't available today, but eventually, and in the very near future, this is also coming out within the next quarter or so. It'll be able to say, okay, not only have I found you this information about what they might want to buy, but I've prepared a quote for you that has the products kind of all listed there. And you say, okay, great. Well, this is cool. And like I said, AgentForce is doing some cool things today, but it kind of takes a straight shot through this path, meaning that if it gets messed up on step 2, there's cascading errors. It's just going to keep getting more and more off track from there. It's going to do like sort of a one shot to get data that's relevant, and it might not get everything. It's going to get some things. And what you end up with is like in many cases, like incomplete or not as good as it could be output. So Atlas reasoning engine makes this better, right? So what this does, and it's not fully clear to me how much of this is going to work day one. I know eventually it will orchestrate the actions of multiple agents all working together to get the output that's requested or needed from them. It seems like that may be sort of like on the horizon, may not be available day one, but certainly like working all the agents that you're building within AgentForce are going to use this Atlas reasoning engine to kind of evaluate as they go and iterate and loop through the various things that it can do, whether that's getting data, taking action, searching the web, until it knows that it's done what you asked it to do. And it's going to kind of like, I've put this evaluator here. That's part of the Atlas reasoning engine. Is going to ask, okay, is the thing done yet? Is this answer that we're about to give sufficient or complete? So the agents might say, okay, well, we need some information about the product catalog. And it'll grab that and say, okay, so here's the product catalog and we can create a quote. And is that good enough? And it says, okay, not quite. Let's grab some information about the client or the customer from the web. And we'll find out more about their company. Okay, do we have what we need yet? And it says, no, not quite. All right. What support cases has this customer opened within the last year that might suggest that they have certain other needs, or that the products that they have right now, what complaints might they have about them? And then, other communication, right? And then it's going to say, okay, do we have enough information? Yes. Okay, great. We'll get a quote started. And then we have this output of a quote that's much more informed because it was iterating and asking itself, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And then finally saying, okay, this is a good enough answer. So like I said earlier, in the test groups and the beta testers, they've noticed where they've rolled this out that this is just taking what AgentForce does today, which is already pretty cool, and just makes it better, more accurate, less hallucinations, more complete information coming from multiple sources, and just getting a more cohesive answer. So this is really just leveling up the agents and making them more capable than they were before. And it's only going to get better from here. So very exciting. I'm excited to kind of test drive these as it comes out next February and see what this can do. We've got a lot more videos about Atlas Reasoning Engine. I mentioned Data Cloud, and then a lot of stuff just about AgentForce in general. So feel free to check out our other videos for more information. Thank you very much. We'll see you.